Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Meghalaya government assures that the Shillong ropeway project will not cause environmental degradation. 65 master trainers from 7 districts participates for master trainers under Empower program. Executive Committee of Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council led by CEM Thombor Shiwat inspects the under construction Yao Musyang complex. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses 57th convocation ceremony of IIT Delhi. And Ashish Yadav wins silver in men's javelin throw at World Athletics Under-20 Championships in US. The news in detail, and first the local news. The Meghalaya government has assured that the ongoing Shillong ropeway project will not cause environmental degradation, following concerns raised by local residents and stakeholders. During an inspection and meeting on Saturday, Tourism Department Commissioner and Secretary R.M. Korba clarified that no water source lies near the project site. She explained that the ropeway's height was increased in a revised detailed project report DPR to avoid affecting trees up to 25 meters tall. Korba noted that 545 trees have been impacted for station construction, but emphasized that the government is planting many more, with additional plantations planned if land is available. Supporting the project, Riyad Laban Dorbar Palunchnong President Loster San Sun pledged cooperation for timely completion. Project head JP Singh of KEC DLC assured that safety remains the company's priority. While scheduled for completion by 2028, Singh said efforts are underway to finish ahead of deadline.
Actually, this area here is the catchment area of Shillong Municipal Board. But in this area, that it's not affected. They've mentioned here that there's no source of water here. Whatever source of water is a little bit ahead towards Lausoton and a little bit that down there beyond the Nepali school. So it's a little bit far away. Nothing to do with this stretch of 800 plus meter. There's no water water source in this the entire stretch.
So regarding this project that felling of trees here, this is between the government, Person Department and the Forest Department, which is a project of Person Department. So with the coming of this project, they will be very happy. Most employees actually will take part and go to the Shillong point, visit Shillong point.
So this ropeway is being constructed on the state-of-the-art technology with the latest one on the European standard. And French company Poma is supplying the all ropeway system. And as per the contract, we have to complete this project by 15th October 2028. But we are targeting to complete it much ahead of that, so that this Shillong people can have an international level experience by riding the ropeway.
A certificate distribution ceremony for master trainers under the Empower program was held on Saturday at DERTNX. The initiative is part of the Meghalaya multi-sectoral program for adolescent well-being, empowerment and resilience. Assistant Manager Meban Shanlang Warjri said the project aims to make learning a joyful activity and is currently running a pilot project across 7 districts in its second phase. From August 3rd to 8th, a 6-day intensive training was conducted at the Meghalaya Teacher Training Academy, supported by program partners Magic Bus India Foundation and Wellbeing India. A total of 65 master trainers from 7 districts participated.
So what we are doing here today here is we have been having a 6 days master trainers training we are training 65 master trainers, and also we have our 31 block project coordinator who will also act as a support for the master trainers. So what our master trainers will do is that they will train the teachers on the 4 main domains that what our project focuses on. So with these trainings, we hope that we can bring certain changes and impact. Of course, changes won't be felt in a very short time. It's a long, lengthy process. But these are small steps that we are trying to undertake at the moment. So by next year, we are focusing on expanding all over our state, and also will focus to more target of schools, number of schools, and also teachers.
The Executive Committee of JHATC, led by CM Thombor Shuat, Deputy CM Lasky Rimbai, and executive members including Bison Roy Lano, Moonlight Paryat, Humbertus Nongtudu, Painchua Nanglin, and Aibor Lang Shadap, inspected the under construction Yao Musyang complex on Friday. The inspection, carried out with council officials, focused on 2 key issues: the installation of a transformer and to widen the Muknor space. During the visit, the CEM highlighted concerns over boundary demarcation, noting that parts of the complex remain unfenced due to the surrounding wall being constructed further inside council jurisdiction without prior consultation. He assured that all permit holders will be accommodated once the facility is handed over to the council, with additional areas available for future use.
Kam ko jing yo yung iman dang bun ki thao yung ka council ki wa ker ki yakani pensing klem konsol klem misatu le ne klem khana ya ka district council yo li pen yo ko le ne yo li thao ko wa ka kat ni tu to I thao yung I kat ni tu to I thao yung I ka te man ko em kam ha henry mi tip na ki dau Mandawan ini di Yoiwa kerkom ya fencing kamtam to dang bun kitau yang council ku dang I cerut. Te hajinya to ogani na galiang yang I da ra ya gani ka kam po ka executive committee badang perkhat I ka ji ka bentau le halor kini kitau ku dang sa cerut. Andai woro kata kitau yang council hap em go po I ka fencing. Untuk I ka salat kat kawa man kat te.
The Data Yug Society on Saturday organized an influencers meet to promote digital awareness and responsible use of online platforms. Chief guest Kim Fa Marbanyang, former MLA of Rambarai Jurngam constituency, said the initiative is impactful for strengthening awareness among youth and communities. He urged influencers to use their platforms responsibly to spread positivity, awareness and truth. Former IPS officer and BJP spokesperson M.H. Kharkrang cautioned participants about the risk of social media, sharing real cases of cyber fraud and cyber bullying he encountered during his police tenure. The program emphasized the importance of responsible digital engagement to safeguard communities while harnessing the power of online platforms.
This event is especially impactful for Meghalaya as it strengthens digital awareness among our youths and communities, helping build a safer and more informed digital society. To all influencers present here, remember that your voice has the power to inspire and create positive change.
Apart from the, like influencing a lot of things, politics, whatever, I think so we also need our social responsibility also to influence the people and how to use social media, which is very, very important. Social media is good, and but it depends on how. We have to know how to use it. Since a lot of influencers are here, if you want to influence, please influence what is right and what is the truth.
The August edition of Farmers Market was held on Saturday, featuring a rich display of cabbages, maize, pineapples, radishes, green vegetables and indigenous crops. Organized by 1917I teams under the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, with support from the Meghalaya Farmers Empowerment Commission, the market has grown in popularity since its first edition in January. Farmer Bala Panchai Suting from Shlem Jingatali Cooperative Society brought crops from Maujam, urged the government to improve road accessibility to help farmers transport produce from rugged terrains.
Umarap chunging wan ralukat ki badan ha kasna mancan barok khoy day ban tangkini ki badan hane dangbon ki baca ha kamar sangi sawar den nalum ka changa kumbang ya nangi ki thai ki ba khamsuki ban ya sikenta sitang nani sikenta kisinrang ta tang kumbang le minit nani sikenta padbiang padbir ka surak changi sitikal pat surak ka longriak ande ka bakal ngatat ni kum na senang kama macam ni kuat kasarkar kaban itu lam ya kan ka surak seni.
4 members of the Hinyo Trep National Youth Front HNYF Tilibor Swear, Steve Kiriam, Kit Rinklem and Jeff Sawton were released following their arrest on July 31, 2026. The members had been remanded to judicial custody for allegedly assaulting and publicly parodying an advocate accused of misconduct against an intern. Advocate F. Shangpliang confirmed that bail was secured on August 5, 2026. The HNYF central body welcomed the release and encouraged the members to continue serving society.
Nakaliang yung yin sabat nuburan di kala ai bat benjur ban ai lebih leki bat kabir ladap ai hagani santri naitu ada bener di mentakasni nyutarik kadi nomor ba kadi slam badi ba haban pendiam kot kislah nakaliang jangan u konsel haban pendiam kot kislah haga beli beki beli sai.
Police apprehended 3 individuals involved in the theft of a Yamaha R15M motorbike from Bivar Road on the night of August 6th. The stolen bike without a registration plate was spotted proceeding from Latlangkot towards Peninsula, forcefully entering through a no-entry zone. Traffic personnel pursued the vehicle and alerted Naka duty officers. At Maule Lankardam, the thief attempted to load the bike into an alto car waiting at the site. Police managed to apprehend 2 suspects immediately, while a third fled but was later caught. The accused have been produced in court, with police securing 3 days custody for further investigation. The Seng Samla Shnong Pahams EM today organized an appreciation program to honor students who excelled in the SSLC and HSSLC examinations. The event also recognized Rian Lingdo, a youth from Pahams EM who has represented Meghalaya in arm wrestling competitions. The program was attended by Joseph Lambok Rimbai, Vice President of the KSU Riboy District, as chief guest, and Shanbok Sinkli, Assistant Secretary of Pahams EM Dorbar Shnang, as guest of honor. Members of the women's organization, elders and award-winning students were present. In their speeches, the chief guest and guest of honor congratulated the Seng Samla Shnong for encouraging students and youth with talents across diverse fields.
Mi kepada ki karno ki jenjang ki bat kersyang nomor kamdei kausuk hakijuk pemerintah bat balik sekolah bat phak syaki institution per nomor kafis kalong kabaran hendrai ni suto hakijingduk pawdei tangin urap ru kiliat kersyang doyak bat penang sepat ki bat kini hakoi kasni ba kajingle bhajung ki karlong pat kajing mentoi mdei tang yaki kaying kasem hendrai yak snong kathau.
The State Anti-Narcotics Task Force ANTF, in coordination with West Giant Hills Police, seized 48.78 grams of heroin valued at approximately Rs 7 lakh during a joint intelligence-based operation along NH6 in Pramer. Acting on credible inputs, police intercepted a network bus travelling from Silchar to Shillong. The suspects, identified as Robert Nongrum, Batskemlang Jaran and Niranton Tangsong, were found carrying heroin concealed in plastic soap cases inside a jacket. The seized substance tested positive for heroin and weighed 48.78 grams in total. The accused have been remanded to police custody for 3 days. A cleanliness drive was conducted at Lok Bhavan on Saturday as part of preparations for the upcoming Independence Day celebrations and flag hoisting ceremony scheduled for August 15. The initiative was led by the Achik Asong Environment Enthusiastic Society with support from Rikse R. Marak, Principal Director Embos. Members of the Durama Motor Sports and Adventure Club and the Garo Students Union also joined the effort. Speaking to the media, rental stewardship, stressing that maintaining a clean environment is a collective responsibility.
Well, dalot nga cleaning drive nga Lok Bhavan Turao. Amban anti day 15 August ko mani na gaki nga tukuna uni gaman yang kawarang ni jamano samshi burung rang dekka ko namirki clean ka atem na wan chuna rang ko geru rang ko nunga tem na nga ye area gam ko spruce up kai nga megem na bakla ga parangara achika song environment enthusiastic society Garo Students Union aro Durama Motorsports and Adventure Club ungatum sakan tikon dao ya suni baro sacrifice kae mena ko join kanina blongen mutela bini truan ya gumukon coordinate kae mena chusokatna manani gumen.
The District Magistrate of West Garo Hills, Vibor Agarwal, has issued a prohibitory order under Section 163 BNSS 2023 in view of the anticipated public gathering around the GHADC premises during the upcoming council session on August 10. The order was issued to prevent disturbance to public order, obstruction of GHADC offices and disruption of the session, particularly in connection with the proposed bill on a separate electoral roll (SER). The directive prohibits assembly of 5 or more persons for demonstrations, protests, rallies or similar gatherings within the GHADC office premises on August 10th. Obstruction of entry or exit of officials, employees, elected members, visitors or the public has also been prohibited. Exemptions apply to officials and employees on duty, elected GHADC members, police and law enforcement personnel, emergency services and persons with legitimate official business. The District Magistrate appealed to political parties, organizations, NGOs and citizens to maintain peace and cooperate with the administration. Let's move on to the regional news. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma visited flood-affected areas in Darang district to assess the ground situation. The Chief Minister interacted with affected. His visit comes amid ongoing efforts to provide assistance and rehabilitation to flood-hit communities across Assam. Moving on to the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today called on students of IIT Delhi to place the national interest at the center of their decisions and ensure their actions benefit the country. Speaking at the 57th convocation of IIT Delhi, Modi emphasized that each generation faces unique challenges and carries its own responsibility. He said the work of the graduating students over the next 30 to 35 years will significantly shape India's journey towards a Viksit Bharat. Highlighting emerging opportunities, The Prime Minister pointed to sectors such as semiconductors, space and drones, stressing that India is striving for self-reliance across all domains.
जो नए चैलेंजेस के नए सॉल्यूशंस खोजने का साहस रखेगा, चैलेंजेस उसके लिए चांसेस बन जाएंगे। और आपने यही तो आईआईटी दिल्ली से सीखा है। आखिर आपकी ये डिग्री क्या कहती है? क्या ये सिर्फ इस बात का प्रमाण है कि आपने एग्जाम पास किया, अच्छा सीजीपीए हासिल किया या एक अच्छा प्लेसमेंट हासिल किया? निश्चित रूप से इन सब का अपना महत्व है।
The Payments Council of India (PCI) has announced that UPI will continue to be free for consumers, allowing instant digital payments without transaction charges. The PCI clarified that small merchants will also not be charged for accepting digital payments. It emphasized that any merchant service charges are commercial arrangements between merchants and payment providers and do not affect consumers. Highlighting UPI's role as a critical national digital infrastructure, PCI noted that banks, fintech companies, NPCI and the RBI are investing in technology, cybersecurity, fraud prevention and innovation to ensure reliability. Union Home and Corporation Minister Amit Shah today inaugurated a new office complex of the National Urban Cooperative Finance and Development Corporation, NUCFDC, in Mumbai's Fort area. Several related services were also launched during the event. Mr. Shah unveiled a coffee table book on operational risk management and resilience and felicitated representatives of 6 cooperative banks. On the occasion, NUCFDC and the National Forensic Sciences University signed an MOU to strengthen cybersecurity, technological capabilities and institutional capacity in the urban cooperative banking sector. Shah also attends a program at the BSE International Convention Centre alongside Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, where he inaugurated a Security Operation Centre (SOC) to bolster cybersecurity for urban cooperative banks.
ही अम्ब्रेला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इस पर काम करेगा। अम्ब्रेला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की अवधारणा बहुत स्पष्ट है। टेक्निकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बहुत किफायती खर्च में, साइबर सुरक्षा, भुगतान प्रणाली और आधुनिक बैंक की सुविधाएं, ये हमारे 1400 बैंक अलग अलग जाकर खरीदेंगे तो अरबों खरबों में इसकी कॉस्ट आएगी। मगर सभी बैंकों के बिहाफ पर अगर अर्बन बैंक का जो ये अम्ब्रेला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है वो ही अनुबंध करेगा, वो ही रखरखाव करेगा, वो ही सॉफ्टवेयर खरीदेगा, तो मुझे लगता है कि कॉस्ट बहुत नीचे आएगी और वो हम अभी कर रहे हैं।
Now let's have a look at international news. India has rejected objections raised by a US lawmaker on the proposed Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill, asserting that legislative matters are its internal affairs. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said decisions on such matters are taken by the Indian Parliament, noting that several nations, including the US, regulate foreign fund flows. On the safety of Indian vessels and seafarers, Jaiswal emphasized that New Delhi attaches high priority to the issue.
We have seen the comments. Legislative matters concerning India are our internal affairs on which decisions are taken by the Parliament of our country. I would also like to point out that there are several nations, including the United States, which regulate the flow of foreign funds.
And coming up at the sports news. India opened its medal tally at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships in the USA with Ashish Yadav clinching silver in the men's javelin throw. The 19-year-old recorded his best effort of 74.09 meters in his third attempt, finishing second. Ashish became only the second Indian after Neeraj Chopra to win a medal in the event at the Under-20 Championships. Chopra had earlier won gold in 2016 in Poland, setting the still-standing world junior record of 86.46 meters. South Africa's Jen Hendrik Heymans secured gold with a throw of 80.50 meters in his final attempt, marking the season's leading Under-20 world mark. Now for the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 32 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 75%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 18 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 86%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature 18 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 84%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says moderate rain is likely to occur at most places. Before we conclude, here's a recap of the headlines. Meghalaya government assures that the Shillong ropeway project will not cause environmental degradation. 65 master trainers from 7 districts participate for master trainers under Empower program. Executive Committee of Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council led by CM Thombor Shiwat inspects the under construction Yao Museang complex. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses 57th convocation ceremony of IIT Delhi. And Ashish Yadav wins silver in men's javelin throw at World Athletics Under-20 Championships in US. And that's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for more news update. Until then, goodbye.